I'm Amanda Bolin, and as many of you may know, or you're finding out, that I'm not from Brasilia. I am many miles, thousands of miles, and many months away from my family. I was called to Brasilia, Brazil in 2008, and I came in 2009. And when I felt the call of God to come to Brazil, I waited about a week, and I told my family, and my mom and dad they were a little bit shocked at first, but then they started to really help me to grow, to know what God wanted me to do with the call of missions and to be away from family and what that meant. Was it short term? Was it a 2-week or a 1-week mission trip, or was it more long term? They began to pray for me specifically for this, and in 2009, in July of 2009, I came here. The first year was very difficult because the first year you're just making friends, you're just learning about the culture, and you don't have someone every day like being able to call you and say, "Oh, I love you, how was your day? How can I pray for you?" And so the way that God has really shown himself to me in this is that he's given me a very steady, quiet time in the mornings, and just a yearning for that with him. And so he was in this time saying, "I'm enough. You know, your family loves you and you love your family, but I am enough, and I'm here to show you through this experience in many different ways that I'm enough, but especially in this." So in my loneliest times, in my times that I didn't know how I was going to emotionally make it through the next day, or I felt so alone that I missed my family. God would just give me a verse, or I would be reading about Paul and about how Paul did so many different things, and he was in so many different places, and he was in a lot worse conditions than me, and missing so many different people. But God always sustained him, and he always would reference how God was helping him and how God sustained him in these times. And he was always an encouragement. Even though he was in the worst of conditions, he always encouraged other people. Knowing that it's been easier because I have God. I couldn't do this without God. And my mom, people always ask her, "How could you let your daughter go to Brazil? How could you do that?" And she said, "How could I not? If she's in God's will, how could I not let her go? How could I stop her?" They constantly tell me that they're praying for me, and I know that they love me, and God loves me more than anything. And so my goal here is not to make my family happy. It's not to make people happy. It's to love people and to worship God and to glorify him forever. And so that's why I'm here, and that's how I can be here, is through knowing that he is the most important thing.